What's John's best purchase and his worst purchase?
Worst purchase. Oof. Man, I made a ton of bad purchases. Bad purchases would have to be cars. A lot of bad cars. I have lost so much money on cars. And that's another thing. Be okay with your failures.
Right.
I love cars. It's a passion. I don't do it to make money. So I lose money on it because it's a passion.
Right.
I remember when I started making money, my worst purchase is because I didn't want a spring for a Lamborghini.
Right.
So I bought a fake one.
Oh my goodness. How do you buy a fake Lambo?
I found a way to do it.
So we had a Lambo body with a Ford engine?
A BMW V12. And I was like, this is like 2003. I found a company that would do it. They put a V12 in it. I'm like, man, it's the same thing. It looks pretty good. Like, it looks great. Yeah, I'll buy it. They tried to stiff me out of the car. I had to ask some friends who knew how to find things to go and find things. I then had to get a title for the car, of which I did. The car finally shows up after 2 years from me waiting. It doesn't go into gear. The motor is held together with the timing of 2 Chevy V6s, so everything's confused. Nothing runs. The car is not roadworthy. So I sent it to a shop. This is 2005. I just got the keys to that car a week ago.
What?
A week ago. I've sent it to 10 shops. I finally found somebody to do it. They did it, tip to tail, and I will tell you, it looks great. But I can honestly say I have the cost, and the collectible Lamborghini market is thriving.
Right.
I have the cost of about a real roadster and a half into this kit car.
You could have just bought a brand new one.
I could have bought 2, sawed one in half, and just 1.5 cars. Be like, yeah, this is it. But that was a lesson to be like, hey, if you take shortcuts, you're going to get what you pay for. Mm-hmm. So that was my takeaway from that. Right. And also, like, I don't regret it because I have a takeaway. Mm-hmm. And in the process, I met a whole lot of shady shop owners, which are great, which allows me to feel good about a good shop owner when I meet a good mechanic and someone who can do honest work. So there's a lot of good takeaways from that. But as far as like statistics, boy, I got my ass whipped on that. Best purchase? Shit, my wife's engagement ring. She said yes.
We're going to get to that one too. Fame. How have you been able to deal with fame? Because you're known, you're global, you're known the world over. And sometimes when you're out with your wife, you just want to have a nice, quiet evening. You don't get very many of those. And then, John, can I get a picture? John, can you sign an autograph? Hey, John, hey, this is my brother on FaceTime. Say hello to my brother. Can you wish my wife happy birthday? It's our anniversary. How do you deal with that?
So that's been a journey. And man, my wife is tremendous with that because she understands it. And again, I just talked about the kit. You buy a kit, you get a kit, not a real one. Find out what you want. If what I want is privacy, don't go out. Stay in. And if you want to go out, guess what? All this fun work that you get to do, a lot of that job is public service and public relations. And these people aren't coming up to me and like, yo, I want to fight you. No one's really coming up being like, I fucking hate you.
Right.
Everybody was like, yo, I just want to say hi. Their candor sometimes might be a little, it's not what I would see is, but I don't blame them. Mm-hmm. So I try not to blame them. Now, I'm not perfect. Sometimes especially when I'm going for a morning coffee, I need the coffee before I can be like, hey, what's up? But I also know that when I leave the house for coffee, I'm leaving the house. It's part of the work. And in wrestling, travel, geez, I wish every game was a home game.
Yes.
The travel in sports is tough.
Yes.
But it's part of the work.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of the work. And you know what I get to do for my job? Dress up. So like, dress up and be imaginative. It's not that those moments aren't hard. And it's not that, and I think overall people are aware. I'm sorry to interrupt you. They know what's going on.
Right.
But damn it, they're shooting their shot. Life just gave them an opportunity. They're taking it.
Probably never going to see John Cena again.
I would like to hope that if there's ever been an interaction where somebody walks away gnarly from our interaction, they understand that maybe like wasn't a good time to take that opportunity. We're all human. But I also would like to think that I got more good interactions than bad ones because I really try to be conscious of, first of all, I would be nowhere without that person.
Correct.
And I'll go to places and people are like, yo, do you want me to stop people from coming over? I'm like, they're the reason I can sit here. So no, because man, let's get everybody. I'll say hi to 80 people and then we can all go about our meal and everything's fine.
Right.
But normally people are respectful. They're excited, and it only takes a few seconds. The biggest thing is like, I'm going to the bathroom. That's tough.
Yeah. We ain't shaking no hands. Don't be daffing. Stop all that talking too.
But again, people don't know. So I'll literally.
What you mean you don't know? You ain't supposed to talk to nobody in the bathroom, John.
I know, man.
Not at the urinal.
I know. So I'll take a second. I used to be real confrontational, but now I'll take a second as the business is going on.
Yeah.
Be like, you do realize where we are.
Yeah.
Right? No, you're in a bathroom. There's other people.
Yeah.
We're all doing unspeakable things.
Yeah.
I'm good, but can we do that outside? Oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't know. They figure
reach over. Hey man. Oh no. How you gonna reach over? Come on, bro.
Because sometimes you get lost in the moment, and a lot of times it's like, oh, he's finally private.
Right.
He's at a time where I can approach him. When it's the worst time.
Yeah.
That, and if I gotta be somewhere, like a lot of times on set, they're calling me in to work. Mm-hmm. Those days are expensive. I'll shake as many hands as I can after they call cut.
Right.
Because people will come to these locations and it's great. But if I gotta go, I gotta go.
You gotta go.
Because the days are expensive. And while they move the lights, then we can talk. Or if I'm trying to make a flight, like that's also the worst. Mm-hmm. Of like, oh my God, I gotta run for the gate. Hey man, I've made people like, yo, keep up. And you gotta take your picture while you're walking. It's only because I just don't have the time. And I'd like to think that any other human being can understand like, oh shit, maybe he just didn't have the time. And if they don't, again, I'm in customer service and I lose that customer. Hopefully I get opportunities to do good work and earn them back.
Right. I'm gonna get you out of here on this one. I think I've read this, and it could be maybe somebody just reported it was a lie at one point in time that you didn't want kids. Where are you on kids now?
I don't want them.
You don't?
No, and I'm still there. I'm 47. I don't have them.
You don't want a little Johnny?
So
or Joanna?
That's great, and that's usually what everyone says. And I got to tell you, it's not the easiest out there because a lot of why we're here is to reproduce. Mm-hmm. I have a certain curiosity about life, and I also know the investment that it takes. Mm-hmm. And my biggest fear is, as someone who's driven, many times stubborn and selfish, I try to approach the world with kindness and curiosity, but I don't think I'm personally ready, nor will I ever be, to invest the time it needs to be a great parent. Because I want to live life for all it is. And I still have a lot to do. And I still want to do a lot. I have a wonderful partner I do it with. We've had open conversations about this. We share the same values. It's a tough subject to talk about because it immediately puts you in a category and we can't help but judge. People are human nature. We're all judgmental. I'd like to believe that I operate under the construct that everyone's okay living their life. And I can tell you, this is not like a knee-jerk reaction. Mm-hmm. I've thought long and hard about this. Yes. Even as my youngest ages, like 15, 16, I remember thinking about it. My opinions only hit that gray area during emotionally difficult times. Wow. And I'm very happy with where I stand. I have a lot of joy and fulfillment in my life. And that's pretty much where I stand on that.
Was that a difficult conversation to have with your wife?
No, it was actually, I learned from every scenario. Okay. And I've learned from my past.
Yeah, because you had a reality show, right?
I did.
And it would play. Oh man.
So no. Again, I don't regret that.
Okay.
I look back on that fondly because it really showed me who I was.
Oh, okay.
So when I begin, I got knocked off the bike. That's okay. I love. It's time to get back up and go find it again. Mm-hmm. And in that due process, I open with the uncomfortable conversations. So those are like first and second date questions with my now wife.
Yeah.
And it was great because we both got to lean into these uncomfortable moments and address this stuff. And now we've actually built a foundation where whenever one of us is feeling bothered,
right,
nothing's off the table.
Right. Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because you know we like to do something before two something.